Alright then. Well, I decided to build a lasagna. Before I do all that, though, I need to take this here dietary beverage and get her done. Know what I'm saying? I just opened this one, so yeah, it's full. You can see them there. I guess I must be full. Excuse me. Well, you know what it was now. All right, then. Let's build this. So, pasta. Al dente. It's gonna finish cooking in here, you know what I'm saying? My ricotta mixture. So I got one bag of Parmesan in that mixture. I got 2 whole milk ricotta containers. Whole milk ricotta, not cottage cheese and not skim, but whole milk ricotta. I like my shit that tastes good over here. So we got that. Some seasoning. It's to preference, so I'm not going to bother with mine, but it's to preference. Here's where mine's different. I got 4 eggs up in them. I don't like my lasagna just being a puddle after it's done, you know what I'm saying? So I've increased my recipe. I used to do it just 2 eggs. I increased it to 4 because I do so much cheese. Now, mind you, I only did just that Parmesan. Back in the day, I throw that Parmesan, the pizza, the mozzarella. I throw all that trash in there, right? Well, doesn't matter how many eggs you put in there, shit just oozes. So now, I only put the Parmesan in there with the eggs and the ricotta and the other stuff I put in there. That way when it cooks, it'll stay together. It'll hold the actual lasagna together. So, when I build my layers though, then I'll be adding this stuff separately. Between sauce and layers and whatnot. That's where I differ, because before I would put all the cheeses in there, it just never held together well. So, we're going to build it this way. Yes, I've already washed my hands, so you guys want to know. Because I like doing everything by hand. Know what I'm saying? Alright, well, hell, I'm getting ahead of myself. So now, we got that. We got our sauce over here. Our gravy, if you will.
When you do, you will.
So let me get a U-Haul. It's not really what I wanted, but whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some on the bottom first. Alright? Oh, son of a bitch, that's still hot. Alright, then. But look, 2 scoops will do. I'm building 2 trays at a time. I make plenty of sauce, but after the 2 trays, I'm just doing 2 trays of lasagna. The rest of the sauce will be for spaghettis or stuffed shells or whatever. Manicotti. There you go. So that gives us our nice sauce base inside the pan. Keeps the noodles from sticking to the bottom, you know. So. I want to overdo it because when you pull your lasagna out, you don't want just all the sauce on the bottom, you know. You just want enough there for the pasta to lay on. That's it. Now I'm going to start building with the pasta. As you see, it's not only al dente, but I dredged them in olive oil so they wouldn't stick together. Plus I like olive oil. So now I'll start laying them. Playing one way, one direction. Little Gizmo's over here playing. That's a good boy, though, Gizmo. One direction on the first layer, obviously. I ain't gonna bother telling you guys what the obvious stuff is. Everybody always knows the crisscross the pattern. Oh. I don't trim my noodles. I'm good. See how I'm doing full length? Even when I come back this way, I'm gonna let them lay up on the side. I'm not gonna trim them. I'm good. The trimming's bad. I'm good. I'm gonna throw it right there. Alright. So, now, where I used to screw up is I would be like, I'm gonna throw some sauce on there next between the layers and shit. Nah, cause then when you try to throw this down, you got no base to rub that shit in, you know what I'm saying? So no, I do the ricotta next. Obviously, the old spoon and dip method, you know, spoon it, scoop it, spoon it, scoop. It'll smooth itself out eventually, but so because I have been known to overdo my ricotta mixture as well. You know, you can overdo your ricotta. So these pans, I'll do every corner first with a ricotta mixture, just like so. You know, decent size. You know, that thing. So I do every corner first, then I start filling it in. One right there. One right there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. Oop, oop, a little too big. Okay. One in the middle. So now I'm a total of 9 in here, right? Scoops. That won't do. We're going to go and put 2 more. Right here. And right here. So there you go. So we're left with that right there. Now, on top of that is where my cheese mixture is going to come in. The type of cheese I use when I build it is going to vary. I'm not going to start with like that, the pizza blend. Now, I know you guys like pizza blend. Yeah, I like pizza blend. You know. Mind you, this whole recipe is to my flavor taste alone. Simply just me, the way I like the shit to taste. Has no educational purpose behind it whatsoever. Simply to entertain. I like the flavors I'm using. I like the way I build it. I like the way it tastes when I'm done with it. So everything that I'm talking about is literally just my personal preference. Has nothing to do with anybody else's or even being Italian. I know there's a lot of Italians out there. That's not how you make great. This is just an old fat guy making some food. You know what I'm saying? All right, dude. So yeah, pizza blend. Take about a cup, which is my hand, and let's just gradually go like that. That's it. That's it. One. Mozzarella. Same thing. Just literally about a handful. I'm gonna that's it. No more. Now I'm gonna do another sauce. I'm just gonna dredge this over the top of it. Trying to get it evenly posted out, but make sure you get a lot of that pepperonis and mushrooms and hamburger and sausage. 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 Remember that movie, what was it? When all the vegetable or all the fruit or all the food comes to life. The douche. I love that character on that movie. Anyway, so after the sauce, we're gonna throw another freaking. Well, you know what? Yeah, some people throw another layer of cheese, but I'm not gonna do that because that's over cheesing it. It's easy to be cheesy. I'm gonna go ahead with another layer of pasta. I don't care if it rips because let's face it, it all tastes the same. I don't care if it's whole or ripped, but anyway, I'm going this way, and you'll notice it's laying up on the sides. I want that. Okay. Another layer. Mind you, I'm probably only going to get about 3 layers deep on these because I like going thick. It's all about the girth, man. I'm just joking. No, that's about how thick these pans are when you lay them up. So, yeah, I didn't get olive oil on all of it, obviously, because I got some stickage going, but we worked through it, you know, we overcome and adapt. So once I get this layer built, so the next one, we're at pasta. Okay, yeah. Well, this little sumbitch just don't want to separate, does it? It's like 2 entangled particles. One affects the other instantly, no matter the freaking distance. Anyway, so now that we got that pasta down like that, we're gonna throw some more of this mixture here, dude. Like I said, 1 scoop. What did we do on that last one? What was that 9? Yeah. So each corner, just like I always do, each corner, because the shit cooks out anyway. You know? At least you now know my pattern. It's
That's a dream, baby. It's beautiful.
okay. Get that all up in there. Damn, it's making me hungry. I'm hungry now. I only tasted the sauce like twice when I was cooking it because I didn't want to overdo it with that flavor because I knew I'm gonna up some lasagna. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to overdo that pasta's flavor, you know, because it's. My sauce is a hit or miss. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I've had excuse me. I've had some sauces that didn't work out. You know, a little too much of this, a little not enough of that. Not enough's okay because you can always add, but my case it was always a little too much of this. Right? So I was genteel on this one, right? I handled it with freaking kid gloves the whole way through. And the only thing different that I found on this one is I could not find the pepperoni that I was looking for. The thick pepperoni, 1/4 inch thick that I wanted to do with a big block. I couldn't find that. No, I went to 3 different freaking stores. I live in a small town, and they carry this sliced pepperoni. It's like an 1/8 inch thick, and I'm like, it's the right meat. It's just the slice was different, right? So I'm like, all right, Tim, we'll work with what we got. That's the difference. Let me tell you what, the flavor's still perfect and dead on. Maybe I just like my shit chunky, you know, when you're. So anyway, so now we're at 1, 2. We're missing one. Hold on, one more. There we go. Boom, bam, boom. Now we throw some cheese up in this bad boy over here. You know, I have a buddy in Ohio. His named Rich, the lube guy. Yeah, everybody welcome over here and whatnot with this. He straight up, you know, talks like a real, you know, you Italians and whatnots. So I would always bust his balls because I'd start talking like him when I'd be around him and whatnot. He's a good guy. Good guy. Him and his wife. We had a lot of fun together. The Quakers taking lube. Let me see. Okay, we're at that cheese. What was that? So that's why I try to keep them organized because I don't remember nothing, right? So if I don't keep them separated, If I don't keep them separated, I lose track. I drift. And I'm like, where was I at? So, where was I? Oh, yeah. Parmigiani. Oh, yeah. I'm going to save this till my last layer, by the way. This is the Parmigiani. Because I've already got it in the ricotta. That's all that's in the ricotta is one bag of this. So I don't want this mixing with the ricotta per se. That's why I'm saving this one for the last one. Okay. But the Mexican, or not the Mexican, the pizza blend. I only say Mexican one because I did buy some Mexican blend cheese as well, but I got it in the freezer. I don't think it would go good with this particular, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, the pizza blend does go good with it. So we do another cup of that, just like I've been doing. Mind you, I bought enough to do 2 pans. I guess I've been neglecting the other pan, shit. Right, carry on. Let me catch up this other pan real quick. What was I at? Oh yeah, I gotta do that shit on this one. Good. So yeah, we'll do our 9, whatnot, what have you.
2 spectacular children.
I was on Mike, come on.
Blessings knowing what dare expect from
Well, that's right, there's her.
life.
Move that shit right up there, everybody good, man.
And the truth is simply
Carry on.
that it's over.
Alright, Dan. What you got that night up there? Mm-hmm.
Loose end to ravel up.
Damn. I'm getting hungry.
I don't get to say goodbye. You're dead and I believe it.
Okay, so we glad that. Oh, cheese. Yeah. Right then. Did we do that one? Oh, wait, we did mozzarella. I'm doing the second one is what I'm doing. Another handful right here. Don't worry, we got plenty of cheese. We got some extra.
Across whatever distance.
Pizza, buongiorno, mozzarella. Like, I don't know freaking Italian language. If I say anything, I'm just joking, so don't ever take anything I say to heart. Boom, boom. Okay, I think we're about there. So now we do another layer of sauce. Wait a minute, not sauce. Wait, yeah, sauce. That boy ain't right. Well, I'll tell you what now. Boy, I'll tell you what.
Far away. I got called back. It's working.
He's looking good, huh? Oh, fangole.
We're finding Marie.
I like it. Oh, son of a whore. I just got it on my pants.
Marie's fine. You see her again.
Damn it, man.
Listen,
I like these
she
shorts.
sends you love.
Ah, that shit's hot.
Especially now.
I don't know if you can see that, but I just got it all down my leg. It's called Shit Happens. We're in the kitchen, man. Shit's gonna fly. What are you gonna do? Yeah, move on. All right, we got on that layer. Let's throw some on this other layer. Here, one. So let's do a movie review.
She killed herself.
Never-ending Story. Let me just say, as a pup, I love that movie. You know, I never understood the true reasons why I love that movie. but I do now. If you read into what that movie's actually about, it's not just for children. I'll just tell you that. Great movie. Love Never Ending Story. Yeah. I won't even go into that one actually, because that one I can go deep on. Alright, so I did my sauce. Now I'm going to build another, looks like I'm going to do another layer of pasta. Pasta, like I said, I don't speak any foreign languages, so if you hear me imitating a language, it's literally just me doing gibberish, because I don't know what the hell I'm saying. You know? Maybe in some world I'm actually talking a real language, but I'm just gibberishing. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. So I'm still working with this stuff. Still got the olive oil, which is good because it is helping separate them. Okay, that one, that way. Now we're going across this way again. By the height of my pan, this is probably our last layer as far as pasta goes. Like I said, 3 layers. That's usually what I get up to on these anyway. Simply because I know how I pile this shit in there. I like to taste everything, you know. I don't need a bunch of pasta. I need the sauce, the cheeses, the ricotta, and all that trash. You know, that's what I want to taste. The pasta's just really in there to really hold it all together because it's nothing but carbs. Not like I want them. But, well, I already had one there, so. I need a piece of one. I need a piece of one, you son of a bitch. That'll work. So I like working with al dente. When I try to work with these, when they're completely done, they just fall apart in your hands. So I switch al dente. Alright, I'm about to do my last layer, but as you can see, I'm running low on that, so I'm going to be light on the scoops on these. It's the top layer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The bottom 2 layers is where the most of the ricotta is at, and that's what we want. So the top layer, we'll just, you know, minimal, whatever. As long as it's scooped, because every bite's going to have it in there anyway. Alright, now we're switching to the, this thing here. He's not doing it right, damn it. Well, I'm telling you, I'm just doing it, whatever, you know. Look, we're just spreading that trash around like that a little bit. Not a big deal. As long as we use it all up, that's all that matters. The main layers are the other ones. The top layers, I'm not so worried about. You know? Alright, so that's it for that one. Oh, I did a little see Gizmo down there. I almost stepped on her. Every time, you know, she sleeps with me now too, so I've woken up in the middle of the night worried that I'm squishing her. I got an alarm going off. Hold on, man. Worried that I'm squishing her because I'll roll over and she was right there nuzzled into my chin. I'm like, oh shit, sorry. So she's cuter than the bugs here. Anyway, all right, so we're back at that. Now, another cheese layer. And I know this is my last one. Seems like I got more on that one. So we're gonna do another layer of sauce and cheese in this one, but we're just gonna, and pasta. Yeah. So give me that. So there's that. And another one. Let's spread that over here. Not too much. We don't want it to just pull into a puddle, you know. I'm a next day lasagna eater, by the way. I don't really care for the whole first day you make it. I like it the next day, the flavor. I got more of this mozzarella, so we're good. But I like the next day lasagna better than I do first day lasagna. Just like meatloaf, I like next day meatloaf better than I do first. Just like any like my chicken salad, I like that next day better than I do first day. It's got to ferment over that night. Get all them flavors going in there. A lot of things are better the next day than they are the first day, I think. For my flavor, anyway. Who knows? Alright, so we got that cheese, this cheese. Okay, sauce. Sauce on this one, then we're good to go. I do not put cheese on the very top. Obviously. I know people go, aren't you going to cheese the top? No, because if I sauce the top, guess what's not going to happen? When I'm baking it, I'm not going to burn the cheese that's on the top. because when I eat my lasagna and I got to cut through that solid top of burnt cheese on the very top just to get to the good stuff inside, that's not what I want. What I want is a nice soft glazed cheese, just freshly glazed, mind you, not baked for a freaking hour, on the surface. When I cut into it, I'm pulling that top cheese as my melted, nice and gooey, not that crisp flavor that I gotta fight through. My corners in the pan here, that's where I want my crispiness at, not my cheese. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna sauce this top, because I'm a sauce guy. I didn't make this shit to eyeball it, I made it to eat it. So I throw my sauce all on top like this. You're like, it's gonna overspill. I know that, but when I cook it, I'm gonna have something underneath it to catch any overspill. But that's it right there. So that's it. This one's done. Here. Boom. That one's done, he said. Yes, it is. So what we do, I'm just gonna wrap it because from here, hey, it's gonna cool a little bit more for one of these. One of these is getting frozen, one's getting baked. I'm not baking them both. So now we move over to this one. And let's go ahead and sauce it. Making sure we get some good chunks of meat up in this one. You're like, he's over saucing. I know this, but you gotta remember it's to my flavor. My flavor says I like sauce. It's particularly mine. Not so much everybody else. I've had everybody's. I've had restaurants and whatnot, and they're either too bland or they got freaking bell pepper in them, which totally ruins the flavor for me. This one right here, I babied, and let me tell you, it's a fucking good, huh? It's good. I like it. Now look, this one's kind of small, so I'm going to do another layer of pasta on this one, and another layer of sauce. I only got no more of the cheese mixture. I don't want. Well, I might add, if I'm going to do sauce, I could. Oops, shit, I put that one in the wrong direction, but you know what? Doesn't really matter now. I want to use up this. And I always make more than enough of this pasta, because you can't have enough, you know. I bought 2 boxes, you know.
What did you do when you were alive?
There.
Give me the last time.
So that'll be our last layer right there.
Good. Only if we choose to.
Now, because it's our last layer, I am going to do these right here, because I'm going to put some sauce on top of this cheese afterwards, because I won't let the cheese get baked in. So instead of the ricotta mixture or anything up here, it's just the cheese right here. Now mind you, when I'm done and I bake this, because this will probably be the one I eat, when I bake this, what I'll do is I'll add the Parmesan afterwards on the very top once it's baking, because I got enough mozzarella and other cheeses mixed Italian blend in here to not worry about it adding any more into here. Like I said, it's all about the sauce for me. I know people are like, it's just it's the sauce, but let me tell you, to me that's the main thing. I know everybody else is like, no, it's this or this or this. But if you don't got a good sauce in your trash, it's not going to be good. To me, it's my flavor. That's all. You're like, he's adding too much. I know that, man. Think of it as like a Chicago pizza or some trash. You'll be alright. And that's it. So I'll bake this one. I'm actually going to throw this in a toaster oven after I preheat it.
He's 13 years old. He needs to hang out with his friends. That's what he needs.
But before I do,
Veg out in front of the television. He needs to once in his life to read a fucking book that he actually likes.
Into you so deep, he thinks he's doing something. You say he can do something and he can't, and then he thinks he's shit. How sick is that?
I didn't. I had to put a cover in the toaster oven at the bottom of it. Alright.
How can you take me out of this? How can you just pull me out? This is my life. Don't you think I can make it? I mean, if I really dig in.
Yeah, but you really gotta show me some more, okay, buddy? Come on.
Come on.
Blow it, idiot! I'm not you!
Alright then. I put it in the toaster oven. I'm going to do about an hour. I got a convection, so the air is going in all that trash. I'm at a high, but I'll check on it halfway through. About 30 minutes from now, I'm going to check on it, pull it out. Everything looks good to go. I'll put a cover over it. catch any of the overflow in the toaster oven with the aluminum foil that's underneath. But after that, when it's finally done, last 5 minutes, mind you, I'll pull that cover off. I'll sprinkle that Parmigiani and whatever other I might want on top of that sauce. Stick it back in for 5 minutes. Literally, that's it. Because I want that top layer to be a fresh cheese melted layer, not a crispy, not a crunchy, just a fresh cheese melted layer. So let's say you're gonna go heat up a piece, right? Cutting that big old square, throwing that bitch in there. I don't want that hard crusty bitch on top. I want the cheese to be remelted back out. That's the whole point. Anyway, hope everybody had fun. If you're still here, good on you. If not, well, catch you on the next one. All right then, later.